Now, introducing all the way from the chasmith depths of the back row, Josh Harvey.
Yeah, you're beautiful. You suck.
Hey, I'm gonna count. Don't start timing until he's ready.
I have a dream! A dream that all the celiac children and all the regular children, that they will walk hand in hand eating pie. They will eat pie, and it will not give them indigestion. So today I'm going to make you guys a gluten-free pie. It's really quite simple. You're just going to use a cup and a half of all-purpose gluten-free flour. You can get it anywhere. It's really not that hard to get. There's specialty stores popping up all over the place. You're going to use 1/4 of a cup of sugar, if I can get it open. And so that's about like that. You're going to use 1/2 a cup of butter, and that equals out to a stick. And you just cut it into the bowl like this, and then as soon as it's in, you're going to use your pastry cut, which is, you can get it pretty much any baking or restaurant store. And you just cut in the butter, and you're going to do that pretty fast. You're going to want to cut it until it's a fine meal, and there's a few, probably no more than 40 or so pea-sized clumps of butter. But my butter is really hard, so we're not going to actually make it there today. And I don't have water. Crap. Okay, so you just put water in until it's cohesive, and then you ball it up into the side of the bowl, and then you wrap it in about 1.5 foot of saran wrap, and then you refrigerate it for an hour and up to 2 days. So we have refrigerated it for an hour, and we took the ball, put it here, and then we took the top of the saran wrap and we just put it down, and then we put another 1.5 foot of saran wrap on top. And we've just rolled it out a little bit, with help from Max, until it's about 12 inches and fairly thin. And you want it to be fairly, it doesn't have to be a circle, but the closer to a circle it is, the easier your life will be. And we're just going to lift it up with the saran wrap still on the bottom, and we're just going to flip it in, push it down, and take the saran wrap off. You notice that there is extra. We just use our knife to cut the extra off until it's like that. Okay? And most people, when they do a apple pie, they like to do stripes or crisscross with the excess crust on top. But since this is gluten-free and it's not all that cohesive, or it doesn't stay cohesive for very long, we're not going to do that. We're going to do a crumble, which I'm going to show you how to do in just a moment. Now, you're going to use 4 to 6 apples, and I used Juttergold and Gravensteins because those are really good apples to bake with. And I used about 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 a cup of sugar, depending on the sweetness of your apples, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. And I'm just going to put that in, like that, into our wonderful crust, which actually does have water. And then we're just going to put the excess flour, or the excess dough in here, and we're going to add a lot more extra sugar. And we're going to use our whisk to just sort of whisk it around until it is a crumble, like that, right? It's a little crumbly. It's good. It's good, right? And we're just going to pour that on top. Make sure it doesn't go all crazy, and you're going to try to keep it fairly even. And you're going to put that in a 350-degree oven for an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. Any longer than 10 minutes, and you're really just, or an hour and 10 minutes, you're really just killing the pie. So then you take it out, and you put it on a wire rack, and you let it cool for about an hour and a half, or completely, depending on if you want it kind of warm or if you want it to serve it cold with ice cream or something. And then you just serve it, and I'm going to give you guys pie in just a moment. So it's really not that hard, and it's really not that hard to get the ingredients. It's just 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, 1/2 a cup of butter, and 2 to 5 tablespoons of water, any more than 5, and you're just making a gross, icky, sticky dough, and it's really not fun. You really don't want it to be a dough, which that much water will turn into a dough. And you just cut it in with your pastry cut until it is, like I said, it's a fine meal, which is a little hard to do with really hard butter. So, and then you're gonna just, refrigerate it in saran wrap for, like I said, up to or at least an hour and up to 2 days. And then you take it out, roll it between 2 pieces of saran wrap, put it in the pie tin, throw in your apples, throw on the crumble, put it in the oven for an hour, 10 minutes. And then that's pretty much it. It's really not that hard. So I'm gonna give you guys pie now. That is how my dream came true, in case you were wondering.